And you are recording it, right?
No. Okay. So welcome to my 14th episode with this beautiful woman, Amy Karaman. Hi, Amy.
Hello, Lenka. How are you? Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, I'm so great, actually. Yeah, it's like I'm in the Christmas mood, but I've got so much to do before Christmas. So it's all great. So I've had a busy day, but I know for you, the busy day is just starting, right? Where are you, Amy?
I am in Nashville, Tennessee, in USA.
Yeah. Wow. So now it's about 10 a.m., is it?
Yep.
Yeah, perfect. But just before we start, I'd like to introduce everyone to my online show who doesn't know it yet. It's called Dear Lenka, You Can Tell Me Anything. And today, and I only bring the best of the best people. And today I have a very successful woman and close to my heart as well, because you are doing amazing things for women all around the world. And they get to hear about this from you. So Amy Karaman is the CEO and founder of amazing platform called EWoman, and the website is ewoman.world. She's also a life coach, a speaker. She's a philanthropist and she loves animals. So I like people that love animals. And she's also a board member of an organization called Sister Cities of Nashville. So you connect women all around the world.
We connect people on the government level from all around the world. Yes.
Wow, that's incredible. So, Amy, can you tell us a little bit of your background, as in where do you come from, where did you grow up, and how did you get into what you're doing now?
Well, I'm originally from Uzbekistan. It's a Soviet Union. It used to be a Soviet Union back in the day, and now it's independent country. It's south part of Russia, kind of, and we lived in Russia as well. So I grew up traveling a lot and learning a lot about people, and I always had interest, and I always had a heart to help the ones that didn't have the voice. So, and growing up watching my mom, and her name was Elvira, and that's what E stands for EWoman. She used to have her own first women's magazine in Central Asia, where she wanted to show the world that women is not just a mom and a wife. She's way more than that, and she can do so much and bring to the society. So being inspired by her, I always was interested in what she was doing. When I was 18, I had to make a decision and escape the arranged marriage that my father decided for me to do, and I moved to the United States.
Wow.
I was lucky to be able to do it. And when I was 23, I opened my first business here. It was a beauty salon. And when I was 28, I opened the second one. It was a day spa. So basically, I worked with women every day over a decade, and I learned so much that women on both sides of the world, they're going through the same things when it comes to life struggles or difficulties and stuff. Relationship, being a mom, being a working mom, and being hurt. So I was always wanted, when I was 21, now I had my second child. I had my son. 5 days later, my mom passed away. I got a really bad news. So since that moment, it wasn't just losing my mom, but it was the dream that she had. So I always had kind of like in the back of my head that I always wanted to do something in her honor, in her work, in her message that she had. I wanted to spread it. And when COVID happened, everybody stayed at home, and I started EWoman because I saw that a lot of women were stayed at a home, and they were trapped in a, bad relationship. The ones that in a bad relationship with their, husbands or boyfriends and stuff. So I just wanted to create a space where women can just come out and talk about it, because a lot of times we don't want to tell or share our stories with our friends because they're not going through the same thing. And maybe they are, but we don't talk about it. We always tend to talk about good things, right? And I think back in the day, everyone, there was tribes where women were together in the kitchen, and sisters and families, everybody was together. And it came to the point where everybody's like in their little cubbies in their apartments, and now we're like communicating through the Zoom and stuff. And when COVID happened, everybody were on their social media, and social media was showing pretty life, pretty picture. And I just saw that this is not true. Like, I know a lot of my friends that are struggling in life, but on social media, they have this perfect life. Even myself, I had this pretty life on the Instagram, right? And or Facebook. But inside, staying at home, I was going through divorce. And I didn't want to share with it anybody because most of my friends are all married and have children. And I was making that decision myself. So, and that kind of led me to, I want to have a place, like I want to have a social media where women can just go on and just share, not with their friends, but other friends that are going through the same thing, and we have an option where you can be anonymous. So you can go on there and just share. It's not about, like, just don't hold it within, because when we hold within, that's when it leads to the sickness, it leads to the mental health, and it affects mental health, and it leads to stress and anxiety, depression, and all of those feelings. So I wanted to create a place, and again, dedicated to my mom. I do take interviews from a lot of successful women that are sharing what they've been through. And if you look at them today, and they're CEOs, they're business owners, and you will never say that they are going through any struggle. You think like, oh, they have a perfect life. So those women are strong enough to share and bringing, what they actually go through or did go through. And they encourage others, like, you have to speak up, and you're not alone, and you have support. There's another woman is going through the same thing, because a lot of times women think, oh, she has this beautiful life, but I don't, and I don't deserve it, and I'm not good enough, and I'm not happy enough, my partner's not treating me right. But there's a lot of women are going through the same thing, and you're not alone. And when we actually speak up about what we go through, you realize how many women going through the same struggles as you. So you're not alone, and you have the support. And that's what I want to create. And I want every woman to know that they matter, and they're worth it, and they can be who they want to be. They're not less than anyone. And I just want everybody to, support each other. That's where the power is, when women supporting each other. And I was blessed to have really good women around me, and with their support, my support to them, like, beautiful things happen. So we created a EWoman.
Wow, that's so beautiful. I could listen to you all evening. Because I truly honor that, and I love when women get together. Like, we are not meant to be alone. We are very outgoing, very sociable, and we need a connection. Like, we are made to have children and make families and connect people, right? So that's so beautiful. And I really admire that you left your country at such a young age. From Uzbekistan to the US is a long journey. How did you manage to do that? That's incredible.
Oh, it was a long journey, but I did make it.
And plus, your father didn't know about it, right? I guess. Wow.
Nobody knew. Well, I think it was when I always I'm up for women following their intuition, following your gut. When you have a feeling inside that this is what I need to do, you have to go and do it. because when you listen to your heart, when you listen to your inner thoughts, that's how you get in life where you want to be. You have to follow it. When you're not following your heart, that's when problems and everything starts like breaking down in your life, and it will be breaking you down, and then it will stop you. You're going to get to the point through, like, you're going to have a lot of struggles. You're going to get so many hits until it's like, that robot, what's the name, vacuum cleaner, how it goes around, and if it hits the
Yeah.
wall, it goes away. If it hits the wall, so same thing, we're going to keep on hitting the walls, and it's okay to hit the walls, but you have to not to hit the walls. You have to follow your heart. When you follow your heart, you will get in life, and you're gonna get in life faster to your dreams when you're
Yeah.
actually doing something that you really want to do. You meet new people, you're gonna be in the new situations, and it's just like everything around you is gonna change. And I encourage women to listen to their intuition. This is what we have in our DNA as a females. We can. So this is what I was when I was 18. I
Yeah.
just felt like I had to do it. And I went to US Embassy, and I looked up and I said, God, if this is the person that I need to be with, and this is where my life is, open my way. And if not, I will be back and I will get married with a family that my parents chose for me. And 18 years old, and not married, nothing. I got a visa to the United States. And I think a lot of people know how hard,
It is
to
very
get.
hard.
Yeah. And I told them I'm going to visit. And I did came and I did visit, and I loved it. I didn't think that I was going to stay, but I ended up marrying a
Wow.
boyfriend at a time. Yeah. And so, yeah, I followed my heart, and everything, like, the doors will open when you follow
Yeah.
your heart. So
Yeah.
that's how my story happened.
That's incredible. So you just got a visa like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
There were 34 participants that day, and only 4 people got it, and I was one of them.
That's incredible.
Mhm.
So it was meant to be, and you've stayed. Like, you've been there many years now. You've
Mhm.
grown into this beautiful woman and entrepreneur and incredible, inspiring soul. That's so beautiful. I've got some comments here. So I've got people watching us. That's amazing. Yeah. We got Abigail, who is in the US, and she says, yes, you're never going through a struggle completely alone. Our,
Yes, girl.
our perception of our situation is always more narrow than it is as, and when we support each other, we bring that perspective forward. It's great.
Yes. And that's the
Um,
thing, like, and growing up, and if you look to, and I think working in a salon business, listening to women and listening to the wisdom of women, I kind of learned, and I watched all women that did follow their heart
mhm.
and did believe in themselves. They were on top, and they were, strong, and they were amazing. And it's like they were living their life to the potential. But then the women that did not do what they were putting others first. And even sometimes it can be your parents or your partner or your children. Like, women always, you have to put yourself first. The other day, I just heard this phrase and I loved it. You cannot serve others until you fulfill yourself.
Yeah,
So,
beautiful. And I've
yeah,
got a question for you, Amy, from the audience. So Abigail is asking, did you ever question your dream, Amy?
of course I did. I'm a woman, I'm a human. We're all always question ourselves. We always have this, what if it's not? What if it's not? And that's called fear. So I advocate for try to live without fear. Try to live, what if yes?
Yeah.
What if it will work? So for me, at a young age as well, when I was 18, it would be more heartbreaking for me if I wouldn't try. You know, I'd rather try and fail than not try it, because not trying it, it's going to eat me up for the rest of my life. It's going to sit there and it's going to eat me up. So I always did try. As long as I can say, I tried my best to do it and I can put it to rest. But then, you know, everything I tried so far, everything worked out great, thankfully. Yeah. So,
but they say that fail is first attempt in learning, isn't it?
yeah. And there's nothing wrong with failure. Nothing wrong. It's normal. You will learn from failure so much more in your life than anything, any books that you can read. You can read all day long about relationship and how to have a perfect relationship and how can you, like, the books will teach you everything, but the real life, you will feel it.
Yeah.
You will learn and you will like stay in your brain, you know. I think the life experience is the best way to learn anything in life. And I encourage you, don't be scared. Don't be scared of failure. Just go on. Go on in life. So everyone that I've watched so far, everyone that followed their heart, they always been successful. So I encourage everybody, please, please, if you have something in your heart and everything, all the odds of the world all around you is telling you no, but if you have in your head that you want to do something, please, I am with you and I believe in you and I am telling you, yes, go and do it. I promise you it will work. I promise you. Just take the steps.
You are speaking to so many people's hearts right now. They're sending hearts in the comments, so it's incredible. Yeah. So I'd like to talk about the platform EWoman, because I have created my own account. And when you were telling me about this first time, I was like, wow, how much is this going to cost? And only yesterday you told me this is for free. I was like, wow, this is incredible. It's like Facebook, but not really, because like you can be anonymous, you can join different groups. And I just opened it today, and there was the first group, Uzbek women around the world. And I shared it with my Uzbek friend because she lives in London and she's an incredible and very strong woman, just like you, very ambitious. So it's really incredible. So how did you come up with this idea? I know it started last year and you are the founder of this platform. So tell us about this.
Actually, I was first. It was just so I am myself. I invest in real estate properties and stuff. This is what I do after I sold both of my businesses, and I invested in the real estate. So this is how I make my income, right? But when I was going through divorce, like I said, I didn't have anybody to talk to, and I was driving on a highway. And sun was setting and it was beautiful, and I was listening. I love to listen to audiobooks, and I was listening to the audiobook of Elon Musk, and I encourage everybody to listen to anybody that you can feel like, because they're just like us. Nobody's better than you. Nobody. We're all the same. It's just doers and non-doers. That's it. This is the difference. So I was listening to him, and I listened about how many times he has failed. And I have listened to like about his life and how he would get a no, but he's keep on going. No, keep on going. No, keep on going. And today he did have this rocket out in the space, right? And like Tesla, like it was his dream. And when I was listening about when he was talking about the internet, he was going to business in 90s and saying, hey, you're going to have an internet in your business and we can promote you. And people actually turned him down. And he said, what is internet? We don't want you. Go away.
Yeah.
And people like said no. He would go like to pizzerias and stuff like that. He's like, people will see you on the computer. He's like, nobody watches computer. Like everybody's watching TV, you know? So people don't necessarily know how can it benefit them until they actually use it.
Yeah.
So then Toyota, I think he signed Toyota, but you know, the car dealerships, he studied where the most marketing money goes to, and he went to Toyota, and that's where they signed the contract. and somebody said, "Oh, Dad, look on the internet," and then just like it had like a little link, www.toyota.com, on a commercial, and the son picked it up. So younger generation kind of grabbed the internet, and today look at this.
Amazing. What's the name of the book?
Huh?
What is the name of the book?
It's just the life of Elon Musk. Yeah, just any kind of if you see somebody who did something that nobody like would think of. So I was creating something that is nothing out there like that. So my goal is to have every girl to have an EWoman, and if she's having a bad day, she can just go on there and she's like, "Ugh, I had this my boss pissed me off today. I don't know what to do." And then the other girl, like, as long as we're getting it out, it's like a therapy, getting it out. And also, "Oh, I found this great mascara. Girls, you need to try it." So good or bad, I advocate. I don't believe in bad. I believe we have situations in life that bring us to our better selves. So, and that's what I advocate for. But it's so interesting. This is what I was doing. I was listening to Elon Musk, and I was learning about his, how when he was creating something. A lot of times when you want to create something that is nothing out there, you feel like, "Oh, I'm weird," or like, when he was talking about, I want to have like people to be able to go to the space, as a attraction, whatever. People like laughing at him. So he couldn't find himself anywhere to fit in, and growing up. But that was his dream. And I kind of felt the same way, because I have these big ideas in my head, and then I cannot, people always like look at me because they see like bubbly, sweet young girl, And a lot of times people like, "Oh, you're so young, and how, like, who came up with this idea?" I was like, "Oh, I'm the founder." And they're like, "Oh, so you created this?" And I was like, "Yeah." So the perception of people, like, they think like if you have something great within you, then you have to be like old, wise, but like back in the day. But with internet and with the life experiences, we have so much like available for our brain to work. So yeah, I was driving on a highway, and I was listening to Elon Musk book, and the sunset was setting. And I remember like everything just started getting into my head, and I came home and I had a big piece of paper, and I always consult everything with my daughter. She's gonna be 20 this year, and she's like a teenager, like with lots of why not. So I said, "Oh my God, look, I want to create this." And I was listening, I was praying for her to say, "Yes, it's gonna work," because she always says, "No, Mom, this is already they already have this, or they already did do this." And she's like, "Yeah." She's like, "Yeah, nobody, nothing like that out there." And I was like, "Ta-da!" And
Incredible.
so yeah, and that's how it started. So I encourage everybody, just whatever you do, you just need to follow your heart.
That's great. Can I share the screen and show them what it's like? So I'm gonna show them the EWoman. This is how it looks when you create your login, which is completely free. And so tell us. So here there are many groups. Sorry, we can
So
create.
LGBT group, we have a woman that is sharing how she was in a marriage, but she felt something different, and she shares what feelings she was going through. And she found out that she is not interested in her partner at all. More than that, she's interested in women, and she has 2 boys, and she's very open. So the next story we have, and all the interviews are available. And this is where my philanthropy is. I created this for women. We have working moms. We have a mom that shares with that, she's a businesswoman. She has 4 children, and how people around her say, "Why not?" And she shares how she's dealing with it. And also we have, I see, so the ones that are with a circle those are the ones that they belong to EWoman, but all other ones users. So when you are a user, you can create your own thing that you are passionate about. So relationships, we have a very successful woman. She's sharing how her mother was very hard on her, and it led her. She always thought that she wasn't good enough, so she was very hard on herself, and it led her to have a breast cancer and how she dealt with it. Really inspiring story. Beauty, we just have all girls sharing their stuff. Fashion, it's coming. Nutrition, fitness, we have a really good from professional fitness trainer. She's given a, like, how to work out from home and stuff. And yeah, a lot of them that are from other users that are doing.
I like this. Best age for marriage.
So, it's always different. So we're just now starting. We just, like, last week we launched the app, and we're going to, we have a PR group that's working, and they're going to be working a lot for the stuff.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm going to go to the news and actually let people know. And then, yeah, we have every member automatically gets connected to our like newsletters and stuff. So
Wow, that's great. I was gonna look into one of the groups. Okay. Oh, here. Let's
see, like, you automatically connected to that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna let's look at business owners. Why not?
Yeah, I don't think it's ours.
Oh, right. Yes, you're right. It's
We're
not the one with the circle. So I'm gonna look at the one. Which one do you recommend? There's so many.
What does the audience want? What kind of they would be interested? You can go to the next page as well.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. Didn't even see that.
Yeah, we have.
I love the logo of EWoman. EWoman, yeah.
So you can go to
And the divorce, yeah, it was like a topic that you mentioned.
See, divorce, a lot of times during holidays it's hard, so everybody.
So it looks a little bit like a chat, basically, like women are sharing what they're going through.
And then you can go down, and so there is the interview.
Sorry, can we like become friends here or something?
Yes, you can connect with the woman and that we interview as well, if you have any questions.
Oh, okay. Well, perfect.
Yeah.
We can
and Lena wrote a book, and she shares about what she went through. So if you go down, you can actually push the button. You can go down, and there's a video interview where you saw, like, go to the LGBT.
Okay.
It's just like, I want to show people, like, no judgment. Stop judging each other. Let them believe in what they believe. Let each other, be conservative, be diplomat, like whatever you want, just to respect each other, So you can go down. Yeah. So Allison, there's go a little bit higher. A little bit higher. And yeah, so if you push on that picture right there, yeah.
This one?
Yeah.
It brings it to YouTube.
The full interview. That's where we hold all of our videos.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's unlisted, so it can only be found like this.
Through our website, because it's very personal. So we protect our women. So you will, and
excited to have you here today.
And I've seen this lady somewhere. I love her style, the glasses. I don't know where I saw her, but yeah, I recognize her. Okay, is there anything else, any other feature you'd like to mention?
I just encourage everyone to, create. It's, I think another thing that I wanted from all of this, because I lost my mom so early, we as a generation own it to a new generation. So I wanted everyone to create an account and have it like as a diary, and
Yeah.
write what you're going through. So in the future, your relatives, they can go back to 2, 3 generations and look at what you were actually going through when you're gone. So, how they say the most expensive, most richest place on earth is graveyard, because that's where all the great ideas were gone. But I
Yeah.
think if you share what you want to do, or like putting out your dreams in writing,
Yeah.
place, you get to choose if somebody can see it or not. And
Mhm.
so it's just like it's your diary to the word, your thoughts to the word.
Mhm.
Maybe you have a thought that you want to do, and um yeah, I was going to.
Perfect. I love it. I love the platform. It's so clean, and the messages remind
And
me of
very easy to use. Easy to
yeah.
use. So, but I
Some
just want
comment here.
everyone to share their stories, what they went
Yeah.
through, and or like I just feel like we have to use our struggles as a breakthroughs, you
Yes.
know, like, and show others that it's okay. And maybe somebody who's going through the same thing, like 50, 100 years later, they can be like, oh my God, this woman was going through the same exact thing as I was.
Yeah.
So I think this is like would be awesome too. So I encourage everybody to sign up and share
Yeah.
and include, your ideas and stuff, and just come together and love one another.
Yeah, they find the link in the description of this video. So you can just click, create your, it takes like 10 seconds to create your account. We've got a comment from Abigail. The story about your daughter is so sweet. So,
Thank
yeah.
you. Yeah.
Well, yeah. So, yeah, I just want to thank you, Amy. We've run out of time. So I'm
Thank
so
you so
glad.
much for having me. And I love what you're doing. You're helping others. And I told you the other day, I'm so glad that there's women like you that are trying to help others to become better versions of themselves. So thank you.
I just want to mention how we met. It's quite funny because we met in the Zoom chat of one live training, wasn't it?
Yes.
I was like, wow, this woman is so incredible. And when you mentioned you were from Uzbekistan, I just shot you a message. I was like,
Yes.
we must connect.
That's how we connect. And that's the thing, like in the weirdest way, we become friends from weirdest way. So connect with me if you have any questions. I'm always here. I try to answer everyone with anything, and I will help anybody. And because I love her so much, I offer everybody to 101 30-minute live coaching. And my email is amykaraman@gmail.com. Very easy. My first and last name. Reach out to me. First person who will reach out, I would love to get in touch with you and help you and kind of guide you in life. I'm really good at it, I promise.
Yeah, I can. Well, I'd love to get this session, but we've got some people who are in the audience. There is Feruza Mukhamadyeva. Thank you, Amy. She
Oh,
says,
Firuza.
beautiful
Firuza
name,
is Uzbek
Feruza.
name, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to connect with me, Amy, Amy Karaman, Karaman @gmail.com. Shoot me an email and we will get in touch.
Well, I feel like I don't want to finish because there's like 16 people watching. There's Virginia Copeland.
Yes.
Yeah, she says hi. So
I would love to answer some questions. Ladies, if you have any questions, I would love to answer it.
yeah, I'm waiting for the questions. We will give them a couple of minutes if you still have time. So it's incredible. So half an hour for somebody who signs up free by email, which is amykaraman@gmail.com. And you get half an hour for free with this beautiful lady. You said that you sold your 2 businesses recently, right?
No, 5 years ago.
5 years ago. Was it hard to let go? You spent like a lot of energy building them up.
It wasn't as hard because you get to a point in life, like, first of all, it was financial, like, I had to sit down and I have to make a decision how much I want to make. and I wanted to go to the next level of, more than I was making at the salon and the spa. And I was so tied up to it because I cared about it so much. Everything I do, I have to be the best at it. I think like it's my competition within me.
Yeah.
And but it was time, and my kids were in high school, so I wanted to spend time with my kids before they went to colleges. And I have a daughter and a son, now they're in
Mhm.
colleges. But I did get to know, my house was the one that all the kids always came and hang out. And so I got to see their friends, who they with. And I encourage, if you're a mom, always watch who around your children, and so they won't get into the drugs or alcohol and stuff. And children, if you're a mother, doesn't matter what kind of mother. A lot of people say, I'm not a good mom or I'm not good enough. You are perfect the way you are for your child. And never think of if you are less or that. You are perfect. Just as long as you're doing your best, that's all it is. But children, a lot of times, all they want is your attention. So I encourage women, like, playing with them, explaining to them, and not as much punishment, because yes, they will learn, but if you like sit down and talk to them as an adult and explain why is it bad, I think kids get it better than, the punishment. So
Yeah.
I encourage all the moms, all they need is love. Like humans, we all need love. We were created for love. A human
Yeah.
without love is like a bird without wings.
That's true. Yeah. But I still cannot believe that you look so young and you're saying you have like your kids in college. It's
Beauty
incredible.
salon. Ladies, it's all about self-care. Like my mom always used to say, there's not an ugly woman. All women are beautiful. It's about self-care, and it's about self-confidence. How much do you like work on your mental health, and how much you work on yourself is like maintenance, going getting your nails done. You will not gonna believe, but when you take care of yourself, it's like, when you at the airplane, they always say, if something happens, put a mask on yourself first and then on your
Yeah.
child.
Yeah.
Thing. If you make yourself happy, and don't feel guilty when you take time for yourself, because you have to say, I deserve this. You have to be your own cheerleader first, and go do something. Or you can do it at home too. There's so many remedies now, and that's it. And that's all it takes. Self-care is very important. Like once a week, 2 hours, you sit down and you do everything for yourself. So
Yeah.
if we don't have any questions, I want to share something with everyone, a little technique that will change your life.
Mm-hmm.
Um, every morning when you wake up, I encourage everybody not get on your phone or anything like that. Or I want you to have a diary, and I want you to write down, like, what are you thankful for?
Mm-hmm.
You know, because I always like heard about it, like, oh, just be thankful, but they didn't understand what. I didn't understand why, and I'm always like, why, I'm a
Yeah.
white person. So when you actually start thinking, for example, a lot of people say, oh, I don't have, my life sucks, I feel bad or whatever. I woke up. Thank you that I woke up. Thank you that I can see. Thank you that I can breathe. Thank you for light in the window. I thank you for the sunshine. Thank you for the rain. Thank you for the air that I'm breathing. Thank you for everything that I have. Thank you for the cup or the tea that I have made for myself. Thank you. Like, you just need to thank, yeah, thank yourself all the time. Thank for everything that you have. But when you are thanking, your mind starts getting into the situation where it's like pleasant and happy. And then when it does that, it affects your energy. And when you're in that state of energy, it brings out your mood up. It gives out the good vibrations around you. So, and if you think of yourself as a magnet, when you do that, everything around you, you start attracting everything good. You start attracting everything positive into your life. Thank you for this day. I'm going to have an amazing day today. So it's just like one step at a time. And then just it becomes your kind of a routine. And then you will see how your life starts changing. So if you can't say it, turn on a YouTube. There's a lot of like thank you morning routines. There's so much available. And I'm actually working on one. I love to hike. So I go and I record like nature places. So I'm gonna have my own for everybody to listen to in the mornings.
Amazing. That's incredible. Do you have your YouTube channel that people can subscribe?
I don't.
Okay. It will
I don't
happen.
have time, but I will. I have it like, through my Google account. I think it like automatically you have it. I do listen to it, but I never like created my own.
Yeah.
So,
So it will happen at the right time.
yes.
So I'm just gonna wrap up. So thank you so much, Amy. You're so generous. Thank you for being here. And thank you for getting my invitation from a complete stranger from a Zoom chat. I love that story.
We're all friends.
Yes, we are friends now. So I just want to I'm really grateful for you and for people like you in the world, for women who stand up for themselves, who follow the dreams, who are not just by themselves, but they are sharing the love and the support with others. It's just so important. So thank you so much. And I'm gonna bring you back again. So I will see you in my next episode. So have a great day, everyone.
Thank you, everybody. Bye.